I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value.
Good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Global Watchman News. My name is Lori Swan. I hope you guys are all doing well. If you were in the live chat, do us to keep it family friendly. There will be moderators in there to make sure that we stay within the terms of service put forward to us by the platforms we're utilizing today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Take a minute to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, so you know when we go live. So welcome, everybody. So it's been a busy month, busy month and a half, 2 months. Things have been really, really ramping up. You know, we've been telling you guys about the Abrahamic house that's opening up in Abu Dhabi next month, having to do with the melding of the Christian, the Muslim, and the Jewish religions. I'm going to play this real quick for you. This is the Abrahamic family house video. And then we're going to get into what just happened to confirm Chrislam is the New World Order religion, officially. Here we go. All right, as you can see, there are 3 buildings there. The 3 buildings are the Christian church, the Muslim mosque, and a Jewish temple. All leading to this whole world of coexist that is not biblical at all. We are called to be set aside. This whole thing of there are different roads to God. Different paths to God. We know this isn't true in Scripture. It tells us in John 14:6, and it says to us, it says the only way to the only one, no one can come to the Father except through me. That's Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach speaking. There is no other way. Any religion that denounces Christ or Yeshua HaMashiach or fails to say that that's the only way to the Father is not the true religion. There's those Father, Son, Holy Spirit entities there that must exist. We don't coexist with others like that. So we've gone over this. We told you this is opening in Abu Dhabi. This is going to be opening at the end of next month, I believe. This is, even this right here, different Christian denominations. It's, I don't know, synagogue. Here we have the synagogue. And I'll put the link so you can see it in the mosque. I'll put that up for you can see it. We have this that I wanted to put for you. We've been talking about the one world religion, which is Chrislam, for a number of years. I remember hearing it back in 2013 or 2014 and having people, say that Chrislam was going to be the new world religion, that this was going to be the melding of the three major or most common denominations on the planet, which would be Christianity, Islam, and the Jewish religion. So here we have the one world religion, which is the Abrahamic family house. It's in Dubai. It's opening up next month. We just talked to you guys about the red heifers coming in for the third temple just arrived. Somebody was saying in the comment section, it was quite comical, that the heifers had nothing to do with anything, blah, 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 whatever. Educate yourself before you leave a comment like that, because I'm going to throw all kinds of sources at you to back up what we say. Enemies surrounding Israel. We've been talking to you guys about that. Talking to you guys about the pact between Russia and Syria and Iran. Looking at the Bible, we know that Gog and Magog are going to be, created and going to eventually come after Israel. We're seeing that. Digital currencies being established all over the world right now. Even the United States, even the potato in chief has signed executive orders pertaining to a digital currency. Food shortages are about to multiply. Absolutely. We have dodged the railroad strike for now. We've got another 30 days. They're going back into arbitration. Apparently some backroom deal was made at the 11th hour on Friday. And the employees aren't too happy about it because they did not vote for it. So I don't know. We're going to keep an eye on that. Technology to track everyone. Of course, I don't even have to get into that. We know that. Increase in lawlessness. I don't even have to get into that, but I'm going to touch on the fact that January 1st here in Illinois, I don't know if you guys know about it, but they're passing a law that it's going to be a catch and release for criminals. Even if you commit the most heinous of crimes of murder, second-degree murder, you're going to be released without bond. I heard today that what's going to happen is they're going to release all these people, and if they don't show up for court the first time, then they're going to have a warning issued, which means the police are going to have to hunt them down and track them down and hand them a piece of paper that says, look, we know you didn't come to court for the first time, but you really need to come to court on the second time. And then when they don't come to court on the second time, that's when a warrant will be issued for their arrest. By that time, how many other crimes have they committed? Or have they even fled the state? Catch and release. It's a new crime, new way that we're treating criminals here in Illinois, because we want to make everything level across the board. We don't feel that it's fair that some people have the money to make bond, and other people don't have money to make bonds. So they have to sit themselves in jail until their court date. Well, here's a little piece of information for you. Don't commit the crime and you wouldn't be sitting your ass in jail. How about that? Wars and rumors of wars. Just found out there was a thing in the news today about the United States coming flat out and saying, China, if you attack Taiwan, that we are going to be protecting Taiwan. I know that's been a policy of the United States for decades, but once again, we are not the police, we are not the Santa Claus, and we are not the defenders of the world. Though apparently, I guess we are. Increase in earthquakes, of course, just funny because Taiwan just had another earthquake, which I find kind of suspicious. Maybe it's just my tinfoil hat getting a little too tight. I don't know, but the timing and all. Plagues and pestilence, don't even have to go there. We've discussed that numerous times. And fig tree generation maturing, and he is coming soon. Of course he is. Everything's getting into place for it. So let's take a look at what happened and how we know that this Chrislam has been confirmed as the religion of the New World Order. So Chrislam has been confirmed, led by Pope Francis. Leaders of the world's religions formally adopt the Human Fraternity document at the 7th Congress. With the adoption this week by the 7th World Religious Congress of the Human Fraternity document created by Pope Francis and the Mohamed bin Zayed, Chrislam is now the official one world religion. It is official. Chrislam has now been codified and ratified with the approval of the 7th Congress of the leaders of the world traditional religions. The Human Fraternity document created by Pope Francis of the Vatican and financed and promoted by Mohamed bin Zayed of the UAE. Question: guess who they forgot to invite to the festivities? The answer: Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach. His name appears nowhere and is never mentioned. I wonder who the honored guest is then. For they shall say peace and safety, and then sudden destructions come upon them, as travail upon the woman with child, and they shall not escape. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. Whether or not Pope Francis retires, as some are suggesting, or whether or not he will be the biblical Antichrist. He will not be the biblical Antichrist. If anything, he will be the biblical false prophet. It irritates me when I see him referred to as the Antichrist, when it's clear that he's the false prophet. He's the one putting forth these religious abominations in play for the Antichrist. Because we now have put into place and set into motion the functional political, religious, and financial framework on which the one world religion of Chrislam will operate. Pope Francis could die tomorrow, but what he has created will live on into the time of Jacob's trouble. We already are in Jacob's trouble. Of course, all this prophetic fulfillment could not have taken place without his very generous patron and backer, Mohamed bin Zayed. He is the Prince of the Covenant. Time will tell, but oh man, this is a giant, pun intended, step forward. We warned you for the past 13 years Chrislam was coming, and now it's here. Are you ready to fly? Absolutely. We have, like I said, back in 2013, 12, 13, 14, something like that is when I first heard of Chrislam. First started doing some research on it and realized that, this is definitely what they're going to do. Meld it in, coexist without the existence of any mention of the Messiah. Because remember, they're waiting on their Messiah. Ours was already came. He suffered, died, was crucified, rose on the third day, ascended into heaven, seated at the right hand of the Father. Theirs has not come yet. When you hear them talking about the Messiah, when you hear the rabbi saying he's already in discussions with the Messiah, you know that is not who they're speaking with. That is the false Messiah. That is the Antichrist. That is the one that is coming and going to wage war against the saints. Time's short. It's coming. It's here. It is here. So, all right. Like I said, we are seeing prophecy unfold right before our eyes. Yes, James, you said talking about Noahide laws. Noahide and Sharia law is definitely going to be coming. I think we should put together a live stream, a presentation talking about Noahide laws. I've done a number of them over the years. Unfortunately, I've lost all the information because Facebook has taken down the account that I had all of my information on the Noahide laws. I mean, right down to how it coincides with the Talmud and the Goyim and how we play into all of this. But I guess I can do that all again for us and put that back out there. Maybe this time be smart enough and back it up, right? Because, I just never learn. So, all right, that's all I got. I'm going to put the links in the description area below for you guys. I'm not going to be live tonight with Ernie and I. I'm going to do a replay of the sermon from his church on yesterday. I'm going to replay that for you guys tonight. Tomorrow night, we'll be back with a regular scheduled program. Not sure what the topic is going to be just yet. I have a couple here that I'm throwing around. But, we'll see. All right, guys, remember, let's see. Hold on. Give me just a minute. Let's see. That's dummy. Okay. All right. I want to thank sorry about that. I want to thank everybody in our chat room. I want to thank all of our moderators, as always. And remember, guys, eyes open, no fear.